Hi everyone, I'm Christina from Movie Musings, and this is my little boy, Ari Gold. And today we'll be reviewing I'll be reviewing Contagion, released to audiences on September 9, 2011. And it's directed by Steven Soderbergh, and it stars Marion Cotillard, Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, and Kate Winslet. It's an all-star cast, and I thought it looked like Meryl Streep, but it wasn't her in the trailers. Um, Watching the trailers, it kind of reminded me of every other disease and panic-ridden movie, predominantly zombie movies, and it's kind of similar to that. It's this virus that you can't really explain where it comes from. No one can actually. It's traced back to cells of infested pigs and bat, which is such a weird combination because they don't live together. Usually not, but it affects people and it makes them sick, and within maybe 2 or 3 days they have these seizures, they foam at the mouth, they have these convulsions, and then they die. Some of them also get blue feet. It's like the blood just moves away from your external limbs, your farthest limbs. For me, it was kind of scary because how realistic it can be, given how quickly it's spread in these metropolitan areas. Tokyo, Hong Kong, New York City, London, San Francisco being among the most populated cities. Because if you look at, I live in New York City, and they say that there's like maybe 9 million people in the island of Manhattan alone, or maybe throughout the 5 boroughs, but it wouldn't take much for something like that to become a reality in a place such as New York City, what with the transit system we have and people having business and all sorts of reasons to go to boroughs, at any time of the day or night. Yeah, and it's also crazy how like we come into contact with so many different surfaces and how many times we touch our faces, which is something that they point out in the film. Maybe every 2 minutes, three to 5 times we touch our faces. And I was actually wondering, why is that? If we're not, if there's nothing on our faces from the last 5 minutes, why do we? And a lot of us do it unconsciously. And so Roger and I were talking about this, and he thinks it might have something to do with the more evolutionary point of view, that unconsciously we're preening because we want to look our best to always be on the lookout for that the potential mate that is destined for us or whatever. Maybe there's some truth to that. I mean, it sounds like it makes sense. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. In fact, I have to try really hard to keep it under control. Like just get out of my head a little bit, because if I let it get to me, I'm probably the type that would live in a bubble, literally. So it's funny because after that we went to eat, but prior to that, we got out of the movie theater, and I was like, go wash your hands, and I'm going to wash mine, and don't you dare touch anything. Make sure you have a paper towel with the bathroom and everything when you're opening the bathroom door, because there are people that do not wash their hands when they go to the bathroom. It's really gross. Yeah, I've seen that far too many times, like especially in places of business, like my coworkers and stuff. I've seen that, and it's like, you of all people, gross. Yeah, so I'm paranoid about that stuff. Anyway, it was realistic, but Siraj said the concept's been done before, and obviously that's true. But what he didn't like about the movie was that to him it wasn't so original. It didn't have its own little thing that made it interesting. Oh, someone's at the door. But I have my door closed. It's okay. It's okay, Ari. Ari. It's okay. Ari. He's, yeah, my protector. We are expecting company, but whatever. Ari. Anyway, okay, so I give this movie a B+ because I liked it. But you're welcome to come to our forum and discuss it. And if you have any other films that you're not sure you want to invest the time to, give myself or Siraj an email at christinasiraj@gmail.com or right here in Movie Musings, and one of us would be more than happy to review it for you in a timely fashion. Thanks so much for checking us out. Bye.